Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time on this channel, you're welcome. I am annepochen. I'm an author and I also do business. Now today's video is basically me sharing with you again how I was prepared for the cost of living crisis. Okay, now if you haven't heard of the cost of living crisis, I don't know where you are in the world, but everybody is literally complaining from food prices, fuel prices, most of the prices going up. Okay, now, however, um, those of us who are born again believers, okay, we would know, what to do. Or if you don't know what to do and you're crying the same cry basically as people who don't know God, the living God, then basically it's time for you to ask God for wisdom on how to navigate the times that we're in and the times that we're going into, because it's not going to get any easier. It's only going to get harder. But if you are prepared, then you will know how to basically navigate these times. Okay, so I was showing you guys on the last video, well, the first video of basically the cost of living crisis, chit chat about cost of living crisis video. That's the first video. Basically I was showing you guys this, okay, how God prompted me to get a jar sealer, which I got, okay, but since then I've also got the canning and preserving book, okay, which is already on this channel. Now I am yet to get the mason jars that will help me to preserve food, okay, using this canning jar, using this jar sealer. Okay, so if you want to preserve your own food, this is the way to go. Basically, in my outdoor garden, my allotment plot, I have a lot of fruits that I can use to make jam, and also in my indoor garden I have got rhubarb which I can use to make sauces and also jam. Okay, and so I got myself one of those. I was prompted by God, and then God just started giving me ideas, like book ideas. But before I write those books, I actually enjoy the benefit of what I'm going to be writing about before I share it with the public out there. Okay, so another thing that God prompted me to do was basically gave me an idea to make my own mixed herbs. Okay, mixed herb seasoning. I've got 43 of those mixed herb blends, my own mixed herbs. Okay, so I haven't created all of them because I'm revamping my pantry at the moment, but I normally put them in these jars which I get from Wilco, and I just label them. Okay, but I haven't labeled them. So let me show you a typical one. Okay, so thyme and dill. Okay, and this is great for meat and chicken. So I have like all on the side, like mentions what is great for, so I know exactly what is good for when I'm picking out like the jar for when I'm cooking. Okay, and then I air dry all my seasoning herbs. I get the plug plants and I also grow some from seed. Okay, but whilst I was practicing to grow my herbs from seed, I started to buy them plug plants from places like Asda, Tesco, and also Aldi. Okay, but now I buy my plug plants from Amazon, which gets delivered directly to me at home. Okay, and then So that was basically when I started writing my book called Planting for Food, Indoor and Outdoor. Okay. And then I started looking into garnish. Okay, God gave me another book idea, which is garnish. Basically, I started drying my own garnish. So this one is mint leaves and mint flowers. Okay, so I garnish my own food, have my own garnish. Okay, so I can use them dry or fresh. And then another idea that God gave me, another book idea that God gave me, which is helping me currently with the cost of living crisis, is basically homemade seasoning. Okay, so I've shared all these ones. Okay, tikka masala, shawarma, like got all my seasoning, herbs. Okay, and all my seasonings. All right, those children, it's don't know what they're doing. They're playing. Anyway, so basically, because of that, I don't have to buy a lot of seasoning anymore. Okay, I just buy the bulk, the whole ones, and the ones that I have at home, I combine them, so I don't really have to spend a lot on seasoning anymore. And then another thing that God gave me was like, basically I make my own peanut butter. I also make my own I'll start making my own sesame butter and my combination of sesame and peanut butter. Okay, jars. So I make 2 of each jars. Okay, 2 of each jars. And then I make condiments like shitta condiment. Okay, so I make those. I make a combination like 3 different flavors. So the anchovies, the vegetarian one, and the shrimp one. Okay, so then I don't have to buy condiments. I only have to buy things like ketchup until I learn how to make ketchup. Okay, because my children like ketchup. So that's one of the condiments that I'll have to learn to make. Okay, but at the moment I buy them. I buy it, so it's not that that pricey. Okay. And then another thing that God gave me was basically making my own flour. So up there you can see I've got like different kinds of flour. I've got my own fufu flour, potato flour, which I can use to make gravy and to thicken as a food thickener. And then I've got like cocoyam flour. I've got my pancake flour, which is basically Ugandan pancake flour, to make pancakes. So it helps me with snacks and all of those kind of stuff. So it helps me because we're not only going to see prices going up, but there's also going to be experiences of food shortage. Okay, food shortage, like when you supply shortage, when you talk to people in the UK about that, they're looking at you like you're mad. But people in the US know about these things, and basically they stock up, they prep, they call preppers. Okay, so they prepare themselves for these kind of experiences that we're going to be experiencing, that we're going to see happening more and more. Okay, so then it brings me to this pantry. Okay, here I've got all my flour up there, the shop bought ones. I've got my soups, I've got my seasonings, the shop bought ones, the ones that I use to make my seasoning blends. Then I've got peas, beans, basically my canned food and my dry food and all of that good stuff. Okay, so this is my working pantry, everyday working pantry, and so are those ones. Another thing that I didn't show you guys was basically God gave me another idea for tea. So I make my own tea blends. okay, which I can consume either hot or cold. The fruity ones and the herbal tea as well. So I've got quite a lot of those, okay, that I've made. And then the ones at the top, some of them I haven't made them into tea blends yet because I'm waiting for the jars to come through, mason jars, okay. Now, the reason why I showed you that cupboard with all my peas and all of my stuff, my working pantry, is that basically God told me to buy things while they're cheap, okay. So, you know, I basically buy things whilst they are cheap. Sometimes you go into stores, they're having sales of basically food items. I go and buy them in bulk, okay. So things like seasoning herbs, while they're £1, I'll go and buy them. And then things like beans, like canned beans, peas, and all of those kind of stuff, I go and buy them and stock up, okay? Stock up my everyday pantry that I use. But I'm also going to show you another place where I store. I have basically a storage space in my house, which I call the store. I've got things in there that I basically buy in bulk, everything in bulk. From soaps, washing up liquid, things like, 70p. Okay, I used to buy washing up liquid for 30p, but since I moved, I no longer go to Asda regularly, so I now buy from the corner store, which is 70p. So I buy these in bulk. Like every month when I go and do my monthly shopping, I buy like all of this. If there's 5, I'll buy all 5. If there's 6, I'll buy all 6. Like all of it. And then vinegar for cleaning my sink, my drain. Okay, 45p. I buy loads of these and I stock up on them. And then these bags, I buy it's $2.49 at the moment. I buy them. Like they normally put like 3 to 4 out. I buy all of them, okay? Or I buy 3 sometimes and just put it away. Because that powder there, I use it to wash my clothes, but I also use it, which cleans out my washing machine as well for me. But it also is great for cleaning pans and also cleaning your drain. So multi-purpose items, okay? And then so another thing God prompted me to get was Cerelac. So I bought quite a lot of these, and basically I was selling these in my store for the babies, okay, and children. But also it's great for it's proper porridge basically. So I have a young boy, a 5-year-old. Worst case scenario, he eats this for breakfast, porridge, okay? And I also eat it. All right? And those are like £2 at the minute, £2 something at the 49 at the moment for the jar. No, £2.99 for these jars. So I get quite a few of them. I need to stock up some more. I didn't get quite a lot because these were short dates, but I'm going to show you, like literally, I also stocked up my business, basically my home office. I stocked up these for pennies, which I'm now selling at a profit. Things like I got things like for 21 pence, things for like 30 pence, things for £1, 50p. So I got things, and then my clothes and shoes, I got them quite reasonable price. Okay, so that's how I basically started my e-commerce. Okay, and I'm going to bring you guys into what I call the store. I don't want to show you too much of my house, so I'm just gonna, yes. So I don't know, but I've got like a storehouse basically. In these boxes, I've got like canned foods, washing up stuff, toiletries, big tubs of oil. That's what I get. Bathing soaps and all of that. But then also in another corner here, you won't be able to see it, but basically in this storage, I have a storage space basically with a lot of food stuff. Okay, and then I don't know if you can see. Okay, these shelves, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4 of these 4 shelves. Okay, and basically I've got all food items in there. Okay, so don't want to show you too much of my house. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I stock up on those. So toiletries, food items, drinks, but I also have a cabinet, another cabinet. Okay, so in terms of buying things while they're cheaper, I even created a home library for my children. So the books were like 50p, 58 pence, £1, and some of the books were free as well. So I created a home library for myself and my children. So when the libraries are closed, we have a home library. And then here at the bottom, like I've got this bit, I've got like here I've got like drinks, I've got things for desserts, things for snacks, for, you know, like festive period and also for our birthdays. So I've already like shopped for our drinks because things go down in price. So like basically like a can of 6 drinks for £2. So I went and bought quite a few of those. Okay, because December festive period, and also our birthdays. We have our birthdays, so I stock up, you know, in case anything happens. I stock up. Okay, so that's the way to do it, so that you're not panicking last minute, panic buying. You're not spending like lots and lots of money all the time, like every month, you know. And of course I keep my fridge stocked up as well, and my freezer stocked up as well with food. But now because of the blackouts, if I didn't have food in my pantry and in my store, I would have been panicking, because I'll be thinking like, oh, they want me to use up everything in my freezer, like how am I going to cope? But I can now afford to use everything that's in my, in my my freezer now and my fridge now, and still have food for the rest of the year and the following year and the following year. Okay, because I've stocked up in advance. Okay, yeah. And when they're rolling out the free money, not free money, cost of living crisis money, I use those to stock up, to prepare myself, like to stock up even more food, more clothes, more toiletries, more more books for my children, more toys for my children. Okay, I like bought them their toy box, a massive toy box, and I'm still gonna do more. I'm still gonna do more, but I can't share everything obviously on social media because of obviously safety and all of that. But you know, buy things while they're cheap. Okay, sales, clothes on sales now. Buy them in advance. You know, 5 to 6. I bought the clothes that my son is wearing now. I bought them a year ago, 2 years ago. Yeah, I bought them big sizes up and I put them down. You know, 5 to 6 years when 5 to 6 year old clothes. I bought them and I put them down, and that is what he's now wearing. Obviously, he had his 4 to 5 year olds and 5 to 6 year olds and 6 to 7 year olds who's got clothes now. So when there's sales, I go and I buy in bulk, even for things that they don't need straight away but don't need in the future. Same with my daughter. I buy her stuff already. Myself, because I use yarn on my hair. I buy yarn in advance, like 3 for the price of 2. 3 for £2. You know, I'll stock up on my yarn for like for the rest of like the year into the following year. So, and I do my hair every month. Yeah, I switch up my hair every month, and that's how basically I cope. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the comment section how you've been coping with the cost of living crisis. What tips have you got that we can share amongst each other? But that's basically it. So yeah, buy things while they're cheap, make things yourself, learn how to grow your own food, as well as learn how to preserve your own food as well. Okay, and the reasons why things are going up, but also in regards to food, they're going to be producing a lot of fake food, so you want to be eating real food. You know, get real seeds, real food, plant them, grow them yourself, so that you have proper food. Okay, and not eating fake food. Okay, one of the other things that God told me was to buy like lots of vegetables, to grow more vegetables. So I've got a seed bank which I'm going to show you guys. I've got a seed bank, and in here I've got lots of vegetable seeds, peas, I've got beans, I've got pumpkins, parsnips, beetroots, spinach, but I'm still gonna get like 3 more of those kind of boxes, and fill them up with different vegetable seeds. Okay, and I've also started learning how to preserve my own vegetables. Well, not learning, because I knew how to do this. In Uganda we did it, but this is my tomato leaves, which is edible. So I'm going to be drying a lot of these tomatoes, and also which brings me to oh my gosh, I've been drying up some stuff here. So that you have vegetables, you know, in case of anything happening, you know, winter, snow, everything, or stock not being available, not a lot of stock being available in stores, you have food at home. So basically do those things. Okay, so that is it, guys. I shall see you all in the next video. Bye.